Good morning, everybody. Jeff Slakey and Spencer Hughes on the Daybreak Show. I've got three great guests in studio right now. Normally, this is the time for the Sheriff Sit Down, presented by our great friends at our Community Credit Union. And we're going to get to Sheriff's information here. But first, from the Shelton High School's NJROTC, Taylor, Hunter, and Hope are with me. How y'all doing?
Really good.
Great.
Really good.
Awesome. Let's just go down the line and introduce yourselves to everybody, and then we'll get into the reasons why you're here. Hope, let's start with you.
I'm Cadet Lieutenant Commander Hope Cassidy. I am a senior and I'm the commanding officer of NJROTC at the Shelton High School.
I'm Cadet Lieutenant Middleton. I'm a senior now, and I'm the 8th grade liaison officer.
Nice.
My name is Cadet Ensign Taylor Philpott. I'm going into my junior year, and I am the public affairs officer.
Very cool. I was talking with Sheriff Salisbury last week, and then I saw some video, and we're going to try to put the video to this interview as well. But a lot of the folks from the NJROTC were in front of the Sheriff's office kind of cleaning this up, and it looks beautiful now. So I kind of want to just talk about how that came to be and how that kind of rolls into everything that you guys do in the community. So Hope, let's start with you. How did you first find out that there was a need to maybe clean up the front entrance at the Sheriff's office?
Well, my job as commanding officer is I discussed everything with the instructors, and so Commander Hood, he brought that event to me, and so then I talked to my cadets and we arranged for people to come up. She was in charge the first day and did probably the majority of the work, but yeah, so we get events told to the commanders, and they bring it to the students, and then we arrange for the events.
There was a lot of work put into this, Taylor. Tell me a little bit about everybody coming together and what materials were used and needed. I saw you took the letters off the sign and everything.
We did do that. I was working with the CO and the senior chief, who's not here right now, and we got it all organized to get our two separate working parties for the 2 different days. And we trimmed the hedges, so we had people manning the ladders, manning the trimmers. We had people scraping the letters off the sign. We pressure washed it, we cleaned it, we put new letters on, we cleaned some of the roofing. There was a lot going on. The cadets worked really hard on that.
And Hunter, let's talk a little bit about kind of the way NJROTC is seen in the community often through the year. We'll see you adorned in your red sweatshirts or shirts, helping to navigate traffic on big events, but because of the virus and everything, we've had to put a pause on a lot of those things. But still, you guys need to get out into the community and help out, right?
Oh yes, absolutely. We do our best to put ourselves out there into the community, especially with this COVID times, because a lot of people are canceling events and such. But I do believe on November 2nd and 3rd, election days, the cadets will be going down to the auditor's office, I believe, to help out with general parking for the ballot, people turning in their ballots. So that's good. I am grateful for those who do provide us with the community service events during these COVID times, because this shows the community gives so much to us, and it's only fair that we can give something back, especially those who run Oyster Fest and things like that.
Sure.
They provide a lot for us, so it's only fair that we give back.
Tough that we weren't able to do some of those events this year, huh?
I know. I love Oyster Fest so much.
It's always a good one. As we look ahead to next year and how NJROTC and the Shelton School District, Shelton High School kind of move forward, do you guys have plans looking ahead, or is it still kind of up in the air based on where we're at?
Well, like this year, we've been able to adapt pretty well. We use Zoom for our daily class periods, and then we're actually doing drill in person right now.
Oh, wow.
So we are hoping that if this continues with COVID, that we are still able to push from progress forward, because we have been able to. We've been able to issue uniforms to New Year's and do drill in person, and we have Zoom meetings for our booster club meetings and staff meetings and for the class periods. So hopefully it doesn't impede our progress.
And we know we have some other folks in studio right now who are part of NJROTC, and even some newer, younger members. You guys are looking to bring people into the high school program, of course, and you've got some 8th graders that are interested. And how does that work with the liaison there?
So for my job as the liaison officer is to be the direct link between the 8th graders and the upperclassmen, as well as the first years that come in. The 8th graders are treated no differently than any other first year would be. They get the exact same opportunities, whether they be community service, drill team, things like that. Actually, Philpott's sister is a part of the program, a part of the pilot program for the 8th graders, and she's been a great addition. Really, to get in, they just have to talk to their principal and counselor. They have to get approval from the principal and counselor, and they'll be switched into the class. It goes after school. But right now we have 7 max we can have is 15, and I'd like to get those numbers up because that's future leadership being developed in my eyes right there.
For sure. And Taylor, give the pitch to either a parent listening or a student listening onto why they should join an NJROTC at Shelton.
Although our program is funded by the Navy, it is not strictly a military program, and that's so important to emphasize because everybody thinks, oh, if you join ROTC, you have to go into the military, which isn't true. We have doctors and lawyers in the making. We have all sorts of things. So it has community service opportunities, so much great leadership. It helps us get jobs in high school. We teach interview skills. We get connections. It's so helpful, and you meet so many new people, so many great people, and so many awesome opportunities. You won't regret it, I promise.
And I know over the years I've had a great opportunity to interview many of the students that have come through the program, and all top-notch leaders in the making moving forward. Taylor, Hunter, Hope, thanks for coming on and talking with me about that program there to clean up the front of the sheriff's office. And as you guys start doing more things into the end of this year and in the next year, let me know and we'll get them on. Of course, this is a special sheriff sit-down presented by our great friends at our community credit union. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You.